It all started here 15 years ago when Brock Phipps helped install the turf at Hammondsfield. Videos on social media have been circulating of teens and young adults purchasing pregnancy tests like this here, opening them up and finding a small pill on the inside, believing it to be a Plan B contraceptive. Co-founders David and Linda Brown have already accumulated a total of $1 million just from pledged donations. Ty Pennington and Amanda Brinkman have chosen this town out of 1,200 cities to star in season 4 of the Small Business Revolution on Hulu. Sometimes staying warm and saving a few bucks doesn't always go hand in hand. One Brookline resident found that out the hard way by creating and using a homemade propane tank that set his home on fire.
Just heard about that guy that I guess he did get burnt. So from what I understand, I don't know how bad, but he was up the hill in an ambulance. So from what the firefighter was telling me.
The front end, back end, even high above in the trees, you could find debris from this home that did more than just burn under the flames. Now neighbors tell me the fire did not come on slowly. It was an explosion.
We were just sitting there watching TV. We live roughly probably a quarter mile just to the east of here, and just heard a loud explosion that shook the house. So we thought it was something a little closer. Hopped in the car and drove and seen obviously some lights over here, so to where it was on fire.
Fire Chief Richard Sturts of Rogersville says that the department has seen disasters like this before due to lack of resources.
There's always got to be a better alternative, and then trying to create something that may kill you or burn your property down or cause bodily harm. I know we're all creatures of survival and we're going to do what it takes to survive, but there's always options, hopefully, for somebody to check into.
For safety questions and alternative resources, be sure to contact your local fire department. Once known as a holiday classic, could possibly be turning into something controversial. The song Baby It's Cold Outside, written by Frank Lesser in 1944, has now been banned from radio stations because the nature of the song seems to be rubbing listeners the wrong way.
If people don't like something, they will let you know.
iHeartRadio personality Clint Gurley shares radio logistics.
Anytime somebody writes a radio station, somebody, if they're doing their job, is reading it and reacting appropriately to it. And certainly, if we had a lot of listeners come to us and say, hey, stop doing this, we're probably going to look at that pretty substantially. My own personal thoughts are that to each their own. If somebody's offended by something, somebody else isn't going to be.
On the other hand, people from the Me Too movement have explained why this song could make people feel uncomfortable.
He's saying all these things to convince her to stay, which is not consent. If you have to convince, it's not consent. So we believe that it's a good step that radio stations are taking this off of their list, but there's always two sides.
The song has been banned from radio stations in Cleveland, Ohio, San Francisco, California, and Canada, just to name a few. In Springfield, Jatyra Marsh, Ozarks First. Switching to weather, after weeks of wintry conditions in the Ozarks, things are finally beginning to warm up, but not for long. Temperatures are expected to be in the mid-50s today, but we could see some light showers Wednesday, turning into freezing rain by Thursday.